Morning guys, Houls here from Houls Fitness. Just got done doing a 20-minute cardio session. Fasted cardio. It's about 6:30 in the morning now. I don't do cardio for weight loss or to lose fat. I do it because I've gotten such a routine where I actually enjoy doing my cardio now. And when I do my cardio, for me it's a good time to catch up on watching some YouTube channel, some videos, and just really it's a great time for me just to unwind in my head and prepare myself for if I'm doing it at night, prepare myself for the day. If it's at night time, sort of just my way of winding down as well. I only do cardio for 20 minutes about 3 times a week. Because I'm eating in such a... I'm been on maintenance level for about... since I got back from Africa, just to create my... pick up what you call a metabolic... your metabolic slack, I guess. Because I was eating so over my calories, or I wasn't really judging them whilst I was in Africa. So I was eating in excess of 3,000 calories. I might have been eating less, but my exertion definitely wasn't up there. So I knew that I was, I knew that I was going up and over my calorie intake, because my calorie in was definitely more than my calories out. So that just means like the calories that I was eating far surpassed how much I was actually burning. So maybe the calories didn't change, but definitely the exertion changed. So I created this, I went over and above maintenance, and now all I'm doing is just getting back to a nice burning 3,000, eating 3,000. And then as I sort of hit a plateau where I don't see that I'm, reducing any water weight, body weight, or otherwise, I'll then readjust. So then I'll probably, depending on what I want to do, I might increase a little bit more and just try and create a new maintenance level of maybe around 3,500 or 3,300, probably about that. Usually I'll go up about 10%, and I'll increase that every 2 weeks. So if I'm on 3,000 now, it's coming up about 4 weeks. I've been relatively consistent around 3,000 calories. Now I'll go up to probably around 3,300. That'll be 10%, and then probably in about 2 to 3 weeks, depending if I've put on weight or how I'm feeling, looking. Because I am doing this by eye and by scales and measurements, tape measure. So I'm not doing any body fat scans. I just don't have the time to go into someone to get pinch tested or anything like that. I do have my own calipers, but they're not great. So, but I can look, feel my clothes and everything. So I might even, I don't know, I might do a shred, and then I might drop my calories down and just do that for 4 weeks, just to get really, bring out some definition and just really get back. I don't know, I'm just cruising into it at the moment. So yeah, so cardio is more just a supplement to my lifestyle. It's not necessarily for weight loss. It's only 20 minutes, steady state. So I'll do an incline of about 10 to 11, and then just walk it out from 5 to 6, usually about 5.5 kilometers an hour. And yeah, so guys, if you haven't already seen it, I've collaborated now with Syntech, and I've been able to get in and be a part of their product range. So I've been given access to my own site, so it's now houlsnutrition.com. So go and make sure you check that out. It's 10% off the entire range when you use the code, and I'll link that below. But even if it's got, because we'll run monthly specials, so even if it's 5-10% off already on some of the specials on site, you'll get a further 10%. Now, I do make some remuneration from this. So, look, I don't care what supplements you take, but I've always taken Syntech. One of my first proteins I ever bought was the 6-pack protein, and look, they used to work out of Fitness First many years ago. Now they've gone global and they sell worldwide. They're very exclusive in the way that they deal with their products. The best thing about them, if you're taking any supplements, make sure you know what the fuck you're putting in your body. And I know for a fact Syntec are one of the only companies that labels every single ingredient in the product and then tells you how much is actually in that product. Most of the American companies will do what they call a proprietary blend, where they'll just tell you that there's 5 grams and these are all the ingredients that are in that 5 grams. And what you also want to know is what a clinical dose is for things like glutamine, creatine, BCAAs, but more so the things. Just a side note on what pre-workouts are. Pre-workouts are not something that should make you jittery and shaky. Look, I know that is the added bonus, but a long time ago, before these Coca-Cola companies got a hold of the pre-workout, I guess, frenzy, there used to be 4 things you'd have prior to working out. And it was creatine, arginine, glutamine, and beta-alanine. So they were 4 ingredients that people were having individually to create nitric oxide, vascularity, vasodilation, so meaning that you created more blood flow, offset of fatigue. These are all what those 4 ingredients do. Utilizing water in your muscles, creating, which is what creatine does. I won't get into it more, but there were 4 that people had pre-workout. Now, all of a sudden, these Coca-Cola companies got a hold of it. Now, you'd have to have 3 grams of beta-alanine, minimum. Glutamine, 1 gram, minimum. Creatine, 3 to 5 grams, minimum. And beta-alanine, did I already say beta-alanine? Well, beta-alanine was 3 to 5 grams as well, and I already said that. Arginine, 1 to 2 grams. Now, that alone, if you looked at that scoop alone, you'd be looking at, let's say, 3 grams for beta-alanine, 5 grams for creatine, there's 8 grams. Arginine, at least 1 gram, so that's that, 6 grams. And then, wait, I'm totally confused in my math now. What have I said? Glutamine, 1 gram. Beta-alanine, 3 grams, there's 4 grams. Creatine, 5 grams, so there's 9 grams. And then for the other one, I keep forgetting what I'm saying, about 1 to 2 grams. So that's at about an 11 gram scoop. Now, if you have a look at what's on the back of these pre-workouts, they got a fucking list of products that are just completely non-clinically dosed, and the scoop themselves is only maybe about 10 grams, or sometimes it's like 5. And then they'll be loaded with caffeine and all these other fillers, and basically just stimulants. That's what I was getting to. So the best thing I love about Syntec is they've removed all that shit. They give you clinically dosed, so their doses for a pre-workout are anywhere from 3 to 18 grams, and 13 to 18 grams. So that's a big scoop. So you get what you pay for. And there's ones that have your stimulants in there, and there's also stimulant free. So check all those out. There's all the fat burning range, anywhere from your like your Garcinia Gambosia type of fat burners, right through to your carnitine range. And look, just get in there, have a look. You do get what you pay for, and that's why I want to bring you a at least a 10% discount plus what's already on the site. Like I said, I do get a kickback from it, so you know I got to make money too. But I don't promote anything that isn't worthwhile. Look, it's coming up a pretty long video. I didn't mean to make it this long, and I didn't really just want to create a sellout. But I also did want to give you a bit of information on supplements, and I'll be doing more supplement-based videos, more like an education series. So look out for those as well. Just make sure that when you get, I don't care if you get Syntec or whatever, but just make sure what you do get, You know what's the ingredient list is, and it's not just full of caffeine. Because, okay, another side note, caffeine. A cup of coffee is about 60 milligrams. Now, that's 60 grams is a decent cup of coffee. Maybe an extra shot, 100 milligrams max. Now, these pre-workouts that you're getting that are stimulant hopping, and you feel like you're so jittery and buzzy and woo, not only do they give you a crash, but they're about 350 milligrams, and that's it. There's no other actual beneficial ingredients in the workouts, pre-workouts. Now, you can imagine, on average, that's about 6 to 7 cups of coffee. So, it's crazy. Anyway, guys, I'm going to leave you there. Any questions, leave them below. Subscribe, strive, share, like, and yeah, I'll see you next time.
Yeah, I know. Most of the time we're trying to find us a fit. Yeah, I know. So find some pussy to stick. That's when we ride through your hood. Most of the time we up to no good.